Okay, so this is just what I wanted to show you. I have all the UVs on this one texture set here. As you can see, there's only one up here. Basically, I don't apply any materials to my low poly to make them become on different texture sets. It's just for game workflow, or if everything um, is the same material. I mean, there's really no reason to put things on different texture sets. It actually saves time and space, so it's good to keep things, put as many objects as you can on the same texture set. I will say though, whenever the LOD starts to get low in video games, some of these textures can kind of merge into each other. So that's why you always want to have good spacing, at least this far apart, like how I have them here is good. And yeah, so basically, I took the materials that you had off of these meshes so that they would just be on one texture set, and I lined up all their UVs just on one texture set. The 1-0 texture set, and whenever I bake them, just grab my low 4096. So here's the low poly, and then we can go ahead and bake in the high poly here. And we can leave most of these settings the same for this one. The only thing I want to change is by mesh name. And then I went ahead and I labeled all the low polys low and all the high polys _high after the naming. And basically what that does is it'll match up the low poly with its appropriate high poly, and that'll prevent the baking from overlapping. So if that's why you were baking them on separate texture sets, this little nifty gadget and substance makes that does that on its own here for us. So you can go ahead and bake the texture sets, and they should come out all right. Yeah, so the one other thing I wanted to show you was if you were baking stuff on separate texture sets just because like you wanted to, let's say, add a different material to different ones, then what you can do is actually put a color ID on right here on the high poly, so that basically what Substance does is it will bake in the ID for your high poly. So like if you have a PC, all that you need to do is hold in control and then drag on top, like I have the blues and the green here, different materials. So let's say I wanted aluminum on one of these and brass on the other one. You can just go ahead and control drag onto the appropriate material, and that will basically mask by color ID, so you can make totally different textures, kinds of textures, with having everything still on the same texture set really easily. Yeah, so I mean, I hope that I explained everything good. If you have any questions, let me know, or I can send you the files to the low and high if you need me to, so let me know.